Oh, and I love the countdown. Welcome, everybody, to the Charity First Handicapping Challenge. Here, we're just a week away from opening up to the public. Happy. How exciting is that?
Yeah, I can't wait. At the beginning of that show, the countdown, that was very nice.
Let's
Little
go.
new and improved graphics there from the team here. I'm ready to roll, George. It's kind of like we're starting all anew. So fans coming in next week. It's going to be back to, well, semi-normal, and I'm ready to rock and roll, buddy.
Hey, we got a new opening graphic. Carl O'Callahan has got some new teeth. Everything is new here.
Yes.
We're looking good.
And there's no snow on the ground since I saw you last time. Yeah.
That's great.
I think Scotty's got a new jacket. Look at it. He looks sharp.
Yeah.
Right? I brought this out just for you. I had to
All
dust it
pimped
off
out.
a little bit.
Well, he won that big handicapping challenge. Congratulations to him. And Equine Edge is doing so well. I've always loved it, and I'm glad it's doing good.
Thank you, George. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're blessed right now. We're growing at about a 15% a month rate right now, so we're pretty happy with that.
All right, Carl, as usual, always good to see you. Always get great insight from my man Carl O'Callahan. We go back to the days at Hollywood Park, where those are some fun days. Friday nights, and nobody was a bigger partier than Carl O'Callahan, but he still had time to win gigantic races in Dubai and stuff. I mean, he's just amazing, and great to have you on the show, Carl. How you doing?
That's good. Thanks. Good to have me, George. Good to have you guys. Thanks for having me back. Tough player today. I got a tough opponent today. You put me up against it. But yeah, Dubai is next weekend. You got Florida Derby next weekend. Some good racing all over the country. So we're excited.
I figured Carl probably had some horses running in San Diego he was going to pick in Sandbag.
Yeah. No, but I use your numbers. Big fan.
Hey, Scotty. So tell us a little bit about the Equine Edge system, and you've got such new and innovative things going on, and with your live shows, just give a little idea on where people can find you, buddy.
All right, I appreciate that. You can go to equineedge.com, and it's all AI, algorithm based, and 27 algorithms. We've got highlighted by our ticket generator, which you can generate tickets. It's for new players as well as experienced players. We've got our past performances as well. Of course, we have our GSR, which is genetic strength rating, and it goes back generations of horses, and it's really accurate, especially with first-time starters and horses doing something for the first or second time. We've got our SOR, that stands for Strength of Race. So instead of 3 names of the top 3 finishers, we've replaced it with Strength of Race. So it tells you how strong the fields actually are that a horse has been facing, because a horse could show on paper going gate to wire and winning by 10 lengths, but the group might be easy. So I think the Strength of Race, well, I know it's my favorite tool.
Well, I think after that info, George's team is going to be SOL. But Georgie,
Yes.
back to you.
Yeah. What's your genetic rating there, Carl?
Yeah, listen, I use this program a lot. I hate to admit it, but I do. It's a massive help. He's had a lot of good winners out of it. And it's kind of neat to be able to train horses and then go to his program, and it's pretty accurate. It's pretty, especially with the breeding prospect with first-time stars and maidens. I like it a lot.
Thank you, Carl.
Me, myself, and I just kind of, it's hard betting Santa Anita. It's kind of neat that I still know all the trainers out there and jocks and stuff. So I still enjoy betting on the app and stuff. But I miss it out there. But I'm a trainers guy. I like to bet trainers.
All right. Well, we love to have both of you guys on the show. And for you guys that are tuning in for the first time, we've got each of our handicappers, a trainer, handicapper, analyst. We are going to give them $300 in mythical money. They can play it $100 exacta, $100 daily double, and $100 to win. So they have $300 total. If they turn their $300 to more than $1,000, on top of the money we're already donating to Karma, which is the charity of this particular Charity First Handicapping Challenge, the charity will get an additional $500. So they're not only trying to win, but they're trying to turn their bankroll of $300 to just over 3 times that, to over $1,000, so that Karma can get over $500. At the end, if they make it by this round and they make it by 5 rounds, then they'll be the champion, and they will personally get $1,000. So they are playing for a little bit of money and, of course, some pride. Chappie, anything else before we get started? What's going on this weekend? I heard our sister track's got a big. They got a big race tomorrow.
Yeah, quite a big race. Scotty, you're down in that territory with the Florida Derby. I'm sure you're going, and should be very exciting. You know, it's Derby prep time, so everybody gets very excited now, and it seems wide open this year. What are your thoughts, Scotty, on tomorrow and down the road for the Derby thus far?
Well, tomorrow's going to be a fun day. I'll be down there. I'll be playing in the handicapping tournament, and I'll for sure be out there. It's 14 races over there at Gulfstream Park, and of course, highlighted by the Florida Derby. The I should say the $750,000 Curlin Florida Derby, Grade 1, of course, and sponsored by Hill and Dale Farms. But I think Greatest Honor is going to be tough. I just don't know what to make of Collaborate, and Spielberg seems to be kind of on the up and coming, but I still think he's a minor player. So I'm leaning towards Greatest Honor. Maybe Known Agenda, the 5. I kind of like 7, 5, and 9.
Carl, you have any opinions? You take a look yet?
Listen, I Collaborate I like a lot, but Baffert is dangerous when he's shipped. He ain't going for his haircut. He's coming to win, and that's just how he does things. He goes to Oaklaw, and every time he shows up, Baffert knows his horses. He's too much of a smart guy. He's just too smart. I'm on his bandwagon for this one.
Well, certainly an exciting race tomorrow, but we got an exciting race here between Carl and Scotty. Speaking of Spielberg, Carl, can you direct us to a winner with the $100 win bet?
I can, and I'm going to start in the first race. Unfortunately, like you said, there's a scratch in the first race, but I went to the outside horse, Beyond Brilliant. Unfortunately, I'm a fan of chalk horses, but there's not a whole lot in here. I think John Sherv's horse moves forward off this with a little half furlong more. Actually, it's 3/4. It's still 3/4. Oh no, 6.5, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, 6.5.
Half furlong more, and I love the jock, and I think he'll just prevail. Great post position on the outside. I'm sure Sadler's horse will run good from the inside, but I'm all on John Scherz for $100 to win in the first.
All right, we're going to take the lead with Beyond Brilliant, and we're going to continue to be brilliant throughout the day. Just so you know, I'm feeling Carl is going to be 3 for 3, and we're just going to add some missed sprinkles on top of that. It's a little sprinkles. All right, Chappie, it's up to you.
All right, Scotty. So they're going to eat a bunch of chalk in the first leg. That's fine. He just wants to get on the board. We don't mind that whatsoever. Where are you going with your $100 win bet and why, buddy?
All right, so we're going to go to race number 4, and Justin's Quest is a horse that the last 3 races has been running on the turf. If you throw those turf races out, and they're not bad, they've been up against better horses than what's in today, much better horses. Look at the record on turf compared to dirt. On dirt, this horse has averaged 8,900 a start, almost 9,000 per start, in comparison to 3,600. So the experiment on turf really didn't work. Now drops in class. Nominated as a 3 lifetime from a nominated as a 3 lifetime $35,000 level, and was right there. It was the field was all right there together, bunched up. The horse wasn't that far back. Kind of was swimming. I watched the backtrack of that and kind of was swimming on the turf a little bit. So I'm expecting on the drop in class a much better effort here from Justin's Quest, the 3 horse.
All right, Georgie. So first off, the claim for Tim Yachtine, and we're going back to the dirt. And our man Flavian Pratt, who wins everything in bunches, is back aboard. So I like our chances to race 4, 5 to 2 on the morning line. Justin's Quest. Back to you, buddy.
Spectacular riding by Flavian Pratt of late. He's just awesome to watch. I don't know how many races I've seen where he just puts him in the perfect position, and you see another top contender finding just a little bit of trouble, and that just makes a difference. And the difference is Pratt. The difference today is going to be Carl O'Callaghan celebrating like a banshee when he wins this round of the Charity First Handicapping Challenge. You got $100 exacta. Where are you going and why?
I'm going to race 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to go with Artistic Shadow. Phil D'Amato, off the claim. Again, I mean, D'Amato's unbelievable. Jock is super smart. I think the horse ran awesome last time. Just got late duel there at the end. And I'm going with the 7-1. I'm going to go to the rail of Bob Hess. I don't know. I really like this horse. I think he's just sitting. He's sitting on a win, and I think it's going to pay pretty good.
I agree with Carl. I actually like the one. I played in the tournament online, and I actually used the one Starship Sky. So I think that's a good pick.
Yeah. Thank you.
Carl, is that a $50 exacta box
50.
then?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
7-1 in a
$50. Yep.
box.
Yes, sir.
All right, and Phil D'Amato, the Sultan of Sod, is just claimed that 7. And Phil D'Amato can do no wrong on the grass. He's just incredible, and it looks like he's going to Rispoli for this. Even though Pratt rode that one last time, seems like Pratt is going to the Mike Pipey runner. So I don't know what to interpret there, but certainly Rispoli is spectacular on the grass as well. 7-1 exacta box for us in the third, and in that third, all the also eligibles are scratched. Go ahead, Jabby.
All right, Scotty. So let's go for the knockout here, and don't hit Carl in the mouth because he doesn't want to go back to the dentist. But what are you thinking for your exact and why?
Well, I'm sticking here with this race number 4. I mean, I love Justin's quest, but just in case he happens to get beat, we're going to do an exacta box, $50, 3 with the 7. It's that time for Doug O'Neill. First time for Doug O'Neill, Juan Hernandez aboard. And I think this horse is going to run a much better race. Last time out, this horse lost by 16 lengths, came in last. They didn't try. Watch the backtrack. They didn't try. Let up. That group was extremely tough, $50,000 level, open company, and now dropping down to a non-win as a 3L, $20,000. It's going to be plenty. Gets a good trip from that 7 post. I think the 5-horse Great Power was just scratched, so leaves us with a field of 6 horses, and I think the 3-7 is going to come in, but just in case, we got to cover our bets, and we're going to do a 3-7 box.
All right, so 3-7 box. You know how much he likes Justin Quest, and then it's that time, like he said, dropping from 50 open to the non-winners of 2 lifetime, 20,000, a 3 lifetime, 20,000, and Doug O'Neill barn catching fire, George, just right about now.
It's the first time in the Doug O'Neill barn as well, so certainly expect a big effort. And it was certainly a huge effort by Hot Rod Charlie. Now with Life is Good out of it, boy, Hot Rod Charlie is looking pretty good for that Doug O'Neill barn. It seems there's a lot of contenders for the Triple Crown, but Rosario on top of Hot Rod Charlie, man, he went to the lead. I didn't expect that, and he just kept on going. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's funny, George. I was up in the suite with Doug O'Neill right before the race. I knew they had always been high on Hot Rod Charlie. Kind of had a prep race. Looked like he needed one before that. And just before the race, Doug said, I talked to Joel this morning and we're going to the front, which really surprised me. And then they went to the front and he just kept on going. And it looks like another top 3-year-old in the Doug O'Neill barn.
Yeah. Hey, Carl, I know you're a Penn National, but there's news that there's a new track announcer at Parks. That's up there in your neighborhood.
Yes.
What's the story? What do you hear there?
Yeah, I just saw an announcement yesterday. The other lad just retired. I have not heard this guy, or maybe I have on different. I forget what track he's coming from.
Chris Griffin's coming from Sam Houston, and
Houston,
solid. He is fantastic. Yeah, really good at what he does, and I'm finally glad he actually landed a full-time gig because he deserves it.
Yeah, they'll keep him busy at Parks. Parks are running, I think, 4 days a week right now, and they're doing pretty good. Penn National, we're still at 2 days a week, full fields, 11 races a night. We run Wednesdays and Fridays. I've got a pretty live one in next week. In the third race, jumping from a non-310 into an allowance. I think he's going to run pretty good. But the weather has changed. There's no more snow on the ground, folks. We're not doing any more ice fishing. We're back in T-shirt weather, so I'm excited.
I'm excited about your daily double. Here it is, a $100 daily double. Where are you going, Carl?
Oh man, chalk on top of chalk. Unfortunately, I go to the sixth. I go to the 6th race to the inside to Baffert. I don't know. This horse disappointed me the first time I saw him run there a couple of weeks ago, but I think it'd be better this time. Blinkers come off him this time. Pat gets aboard. Pat's on fire. So I'll use the 1 and the outside horse. I'm a huge fan of Mike McCarthy. The horse finished awesome. Rispoli stays with him, and I that's my 1-6 in the 6th race, and I'll go to the 1-4 in the 7th. John Sadler and Pratt. I like this horse. 6 cuts back in a little bit of distance. I don't think it's going to hurt him. 6-4 runs from 6.5, and I use the 4-horse Translate. Falcone with Rispoli. Frank Cole's been pretty quiet. This winner out there, he usually does pretty good, but he places him in the right spot. I think the horse looks pretty good in here. So I'll go race 6, 1-6 to the race 7, 1-4.
It doesn't look like we're gonna get any zeros here today. I think you're gonna have to at least hit a race to win here today. Chappie?
It's tough.
And Scotty, before we get to the double, you're going to be doing you're going live tomorrow, right, for the Florida Derby coverage?
I'm not actually. I'm going to do a show in about an hour and a half. I'm going to do a show instead of tomorrow because I'm going to be over at Gulfstream Park playing in that tournament. So, and I'm not going to. I don't want to miss the Florida Derby. So I'll be live over there at the track, and I'll definitely, if you follow me at Scotty Pick 6, I will definitely send some video and some pictures out of all the fun. You know, it's invite only, and there's going to be about 2,000 people there. And so I feel pretty special to be invited.
Very nice. Well, we wish you plenty of luck, and we need some luck here with our daily double. So what do we do with the double and why?
Well, you know, we're sticking with Justin's Quest. I mean, everything is on Justin's Quest. That's how we roll. And we're going to do a daily double to, in race number 4, we're going to do the 3 Justin's Quest to race number 6 over the 1 Astronaut and the 2 still in the game, who's the speed of the race. These 2 went neck and neck last time out. Both of them off of long layoffs, going 8 furlongs, and now they're both stretching out to 9 furlongs, and they're both bred for it. So both top 2 Scotty picks as well. So we're going to do a 3 starting in race number 5 over the 1 and 2 for our $50 daily double.
All right, Georgie. So we're going all in basically on Justin's Quest, and like he said, to the 1 and 2 in the next race. Is that correct? Yeah. Still in the game last time, had a tough break, slow start. I think cost that horse the race. So 1-2 with Sheriffs and Ben Cecil in the second leg of the double.
All right. Before we get to our tiebreaker tomorrow, we got a very special Charity First Handicapping Challenge. We have got Eddie O, who guided my Rangers to a victory, making everybody in New York screaming, 1940, 1940. And we also have a living legend in Stevie Cawthon. Steve Cawthon will be on the show. I got some great memories of Steve Cawthon. How about you guys? Scotty, memories of the great Steve Cawthon?
Yeah, I mean, amazing, of course. I'm a big fan of Ed O's as well. As a matter of fact, Ed beat me in a tournament last second over at the Pegasus a few years back. And he came back from the dead, so he's he's a survivor and a strong guy, and he was that way in hockey as well.
He was pretty strong. Him in the days of the Rangers with Messier, who was killing it back then, and the Rangers won. How about you, Carl? Any memories of Stevie Cawthon?
I don't. I came onto the scene too late. I was a little too young, but super guy. Super. I met him a couple of times in Kentucky. Super guy.
It's amazing. He seems. You would think he was older. He's so young, because he was such a young guy when he won the Triple Crown years ago. Yeah. People don't remember, and you look at him now. He was galloping horses the other day. He looks like he could ride again tomorrow. It's amazing.
Yeah. It's really good.
He was the youngest jockey to ever win the Triple Crown. Only jockey to win the Kentucky Derby and the Epsom Derby. He was on, when I was growing up, I mean, he was on every magazine you could imagine. He was on Time Magazine with a cigar. He was Sports Illustrated Man of the Year. He was so many people's sporting guy of the year. He was just killing it back then. He was called the Kid. And every single race, I lived in the East Coast, I bet on Alidar every time. And I knew that he would turn the tables on that damn Stevie Cawthon and that damn Affirmed, but he couldn't do it. I mean, he Affirmed was something special, and him and Cawthon, it was heartbreaking for me, but it was a delight to watch.
Just don't let him fight tomorrow, because those hockey players.
Oh, man.
He'll have the jersey over the head and give him a couple left and right.
They're going to be going at it. Hey, all right. Just in case you guys end up in a tie at the end of the day, we're going to have a tiebreaker. It's going to come in the finale, and in the finale, there is a scratch of Here Comes Ralphie. I won the tiebreaker before we got on the show. Carl, that means you get first pick at the tiebreaker. Who are you going with?
Let's see. Maiden 50,000s. I went with Kristen Mulhall, the 5-horse. There's not a whole lot in here to talk about. I think the horse just is in a good spot. State bred allowance. It looks like a state bred allowance. 50,000 claimer. Jock stays with her. And yeah, I don't see a whole lot. It's just a simple old maiden 50,000. And that's where I'm going to stick with Crystal Mulhall. I hope it doesn't come down to the tiebreaker, but that's where we're at.
All right. If it does come down to a tiebreaker, you're going to take a look at Scotty and turn him to stone, and with Medusa's gaze. So, Javi.
Yeah, Scotty, I highly doubt we're going to need this tiebreaker. But just in case, who's your pick in the 8th race? To just all we need to do is beat the 5. That's all we need. But it's not going to come down to this anyways.
Well, all right. If it's we got to do this. We're gonna do it right. I was gonna do the 3 Our Little Tiger, the Scotty long shot. That would be a good way to finish. But I'm looking at the strength of race on the program right now, and Agata, the 6 horse, really looks strong. Juan Hernandez for Carla Gaines. I really respect Carla. Second time off a layoff. The horse steadied last time out, got placed 4th from a 5th place finish. Showed a lot of speed, and now cutting back on the dirt. And I think the 6 horse Agata is going to be very tough to beat from that 6 post.
All right. Well, I got to believe that we won't need that tiebreaker, but I like your play there, Georgie. Back to you.
All right. Sounds exciting. What's very exciting is that next week we're going to have live fans for the first time, and it seems like a year, right, that we haven't had fans in here. And I know a lot of the fans are just chomping at the bit. They can't wait to get back here. I've gotten so many emails, texts, Twitter messages of fans that can't wait to get back and just soak up the excitement of being at a racetrack. Again, so many people haven't been here in a year. Plus, we've gotten a lot of new fans, and certainly those new fans are going to be excited about going to a racetrack for the first time. So we're pretty excited, and you get all the details of how you can get in, because there's going to be no walk-ups. You got to get your tickets in advance. So go to santanita.com/open. They'll send you information, but keep checking the website, as this is new to us as well. So we're kind of trying to get all our eggs in a basket, even though Scotty got all his eggs in one basket, race number or whatever. But Justin's quest, and but we're excited about getting fans back in here.
Yeah, it should be nice, George, and I can't wait. And I really appreciate both of you guys coming on.
Hey, one other thing before we hit it, I just wanted to I don't know if you guys know this. I think Chappie, you know this, but we just partnered with Astrana Group and Santa Anita for the Golden Hour. So I wanted to bring that up to your viewers that I do a web show every Saturday, but now I'm going to do 2 shows a week. It's going to be Friday and Saturday, covering all Santa Anita races, covering the Golden Gate races, as well as the Stronach 5 and the Golden Hour Pick 4 and Daily Double, which is on our website as well, equinedge.com. So you can actually play that from our site, which is tough to do, because it's consecutive. Races are different. They go from different tracks, right? So to be able to have that format, not have to worry about it and see which race number, which track, what the information is on each one, and be able to play that on the ticket generator is pretty cool. So looking forward to that. That's going to be, the first show is going to be next Friday. And if you subscribe to Equine Edge, it's free. And then you'll be able to, you'll get the notifications of when the show is.
Yeah, that's awesome. Very exciting news, Scotty, and we'll have more information on that as well. So we can't wait till next Friday. You're covering that, and he has such great information. It's great for the players, George.
That's great. Hopefully it was great for the players to listen to our players. We got Token So, who listened to the show. He thinks Rispoli's going to have a huge day. I think both of our handicappers here today are going to have a huge day. Thank you very much for being on the show, and one of you will see you in the next round.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys. Good luck, Carl.
Thank you. Thank you too, Scotty. Thanks.